Hi guys, my name is Fabio from Journey to Success and welcome. Today we're going to talk about this new book and I'm sure you know the name of the book is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And I'm going to give you my highlights. I'm going to share with you the value of this book about what I learned and let's go forward. So, we have 13 points and let's start with the first one, of course. First point, without clear goals, we cannot start our journey towards success. I would like to talk about my personal example, all right? It is important to have a clear goal, but it is more important to have a clear vision because only when you have a clear vision, then you can have a clear plan. Okay. And in my case, I try to achieve my success. So, my success is the financial freedom. As you know, any person has his on his own success, right? So for someone it can be financial freedom, for someone else can be the great mother or father, for someone else, can be achieve a good position in the job. I mean, there are different types of success, but mine personal one is about financial freedom. Okay, about financial freedom, give value to the people. But it wasn't that this vision wasn't that clear for me. So I used to spiral around for years and years because what I want to do is exactly what I want to do now. That is financial freedom and work from home. But when you are too much generic and at the same time you don't really have a clear vision about what to do, then you're gonna just lose years. Let's say invest years if you get the right knowledge to go forward, but if you don't know how to do that, right, because you are inside a bad environment or environment that doesn't help you to achieve your success, so it looks like we cannot talk about losing years or losing months or losing days. Okay, there is always an investment. I learned so much in the last 10 years before to have a clear vision about what I want to do. But at the same time, if I had a clear vision about I wanted to do, then right now I would be in a different position. So it is important to have a good vision and be aware it doesn't matter how many years, of course, you are gonna invest. Before I use the word lose, and I just correct myself, guys. So we don't lose years, we don't lose months, we don't lose days. We invest on knowledge, and sometimes we don't get the right knowledge, but anyway we learn from mistakes and eventually we can teach our mistakes and teach the correction to someone else like I'm doing with you. So you don't lose anything. Okay, we're talking about investment still. If you have a better vision about yourself, about what you want to do, if you have a clear vision about what you want to do, then you have a clear plan. And if you have a clear plan, of course, you're going to achieve your success faster. Okay, this was the first point. Second point, you can get what you seek as long as you hold on to your desires. So you can get what you seek as long as you hold on to your desires. So what is your desire? What you want to do in your life? Let's say that you want to become a doctor. Okay, perfect. That's not enough. So you have to keep that desire. You have to surrender yourself be open. And as soon as you say, I want to become a doctor, then you have to do anything that you need to do to become a doctor. And especially you have to have um, the right fuel. It has to be very deep. So what is the reason why you want to become the doctor? What is the reality? Why? What is your purpose? What can be the fuel to the limited fuel to reach that goal, to invest so many years to become a doctor? Personal example, I have a clear vision now. I want to become a podcaster. I want to teach my mistakes to the people in a way that they can learn from them. I really wish that people can achieve their dream faster than myself. But what is the limited fuel? What is the limited fuel that makes me wake up early in the morning and do this? What is the limited fuel to share knowledge to you guys? What it is? So I really have to go deep. There are basically two things in my case. One of them is the fact that I want to leave a mark on this world before I die. I'm not sick or something, but somehow I have a fear of death. I have a fear to die, and what I do, I master this fear, and then I say to myself, okay, you know what? At least I want to teach something to someone before I leave. I would like to print, I would like to mark my territory in this world. Maybe it's too much self-centered though. Maybe it's too much I'm sure that there is the ego as well in the middle, right? So, but it doesn't matter. It's a fuel for me. It's the right fuel to go forward. The second thing that really leads me to get up in the morning and do everything that I'm doing right now is the fact that when I was young, I didn't achieve what I wanted to achieve. Now I am in a while, and August I'm gonna be 35 years old, and it doesn't matter how old I am, because I realize that the age is just a number. So I could take my previous dreams, my young dream, right? I could take it, I can put commitment, and I'm sure that if I'm very focused, I can realize it. But that's not the point. The point is that there is a small part of me, a young part of me, that didn't achieve that dream. And one day we're going to talk about it. And even if now I'm sure that I can achieve it if I put commitment, there is always a small part of me that says, you didn't do at that time. Okay, that part leads me to talk to you and say to you guys, achieve your dreams. Achieve your dreams, achieve your success, achieve your goal, achieve everything that you want to do in your life, because we live only once, and here it's the fear to die. We live only once, and we want to mark our ground. We want to do. Okay? Don't abandon your dreams. That's very important. Go forward. Doesn't matter how many obstacles there are during the way. You're going to learn from it. You have not to be scared. You have not to be afraid. You're going to learn from it. And that's how you do, right? Once you achieve something because you learn from it. you, of course, you learn from mistakes, from obstacles that you have to overcome during your way. Okay, so just find your deeply find your fuel, your unlimited fuel that one day is gonna leads you to reach your goal, reach your success generally. Napoleon Hill, oh, this is nice, wrote this plan to to stick on your desires. So how to do? So we have these 6 points, I think. So you have to decide how much money you want to earn. Of course, be aware, guys, we're talking about think and grow rich. And evidently, his his journey to success, let's say in this way. So his journey to success refer to money. Okay, so decide how much money you want to earn. But as I said before, guys, it's up to you. It can be money, it can be children, it can be anything. Okay, but let's keep this example anyway, since we're talking about properly about think and grow rich. So, first point. Second point, determine what you are willing to give to receive this amount of money. So, what is that you can give to receive this amount of money? What is that you can give to, to receive the right knowledge to get that goal? Talking more about generally, okay? What is that you can invest to get the right knowledge to get your success? Third point, choose a date by which you aim to have obtained all this money. This is tricky. Choose a date by which you aim to have obtained all this money. I sometimes do. I like to put a date to achieve my any goal that I like to set up in my brain. But I'm not that obsessive. Because achieve anything in your life requires time or not. It depends what you achieved until now in the percentage way, right? Where you are in terms of knowledge and skills. So I think you always have to make this question. That's very important because, if you start as YouTuber, but let's say you're allergic of social media, you never install anything, you are not tech, but you still have this passion because let's say that you want to be in front of the camera, because you want to do motivational speaking. I'm just saying, of course you can do. It doesn't matter, even if you at that moment your knowledge, your skills, your tech mindset is equal to 2%, maybe 1. Of course you can do. Of course you can start, but fix a date. Well, you have to be realistic. Okay. Number 3, difference between. Number 4, create a detailed plan of how you will reach this goal and consider what you can do right now. Then we have the 6 points. Write the above in a clear statement. I like to write my goals and my plan in a letter. Finally, make sure you read this statement about twice a day. It's very good practice, for your subconscious to make you understand that you can do in this way. You can give yourself the right dominant positive thought that is going to lead you to reach your success. Because from a positive thought, we have a positive action. Okay, don't forget it. And when you when when you write in a statement, and then you say vocally twice a day, it just becomes stronger and stronger. So very important, and it's nice also how Napoleon Hill in this full plan looks like he divided this plan in two parts. So the first part is about clear vision, because we have decided how much money you want to earn, determine what you are willing to give to receive this amount of money, etc., etc. But of course, once you have a clear, super clear vision about what you want to do, then start the plan. Okay, then you have a clear you're gonna have a clear plan about what you want to do, even if during the way there are gonna be a lot of corrections. That's normal, okay, but still that's the right path to reach your goal. Number 3, difference between wishing for a thing and being ready to receive it. No one is ready for a thing until he believes he can acquire it. The state of mind must be belief, no more hope or wish. Open-mindedness is essential for belief. Napoleon Hill. This is a kind of a quote, and yeah, of course, I think it's also pretty normal, right? How many times we wish something, how many how many candles we blow up every year. It doesn't matter if you don't stick the desire. If you are not open to if you don't surrender yourself, if you don't really believe 100% that you can achieve it, then you don't. Most of us, I include also myself, we are afraid to wish to become a billionaire. Okay, so one can say to me, yeah, all right, it's a kind of impossible. Well, yes, if I'm not convinced myself that it's possible, of course it's not possible. All right. So you have to your mind has to be open. It's important to wish something, but you have to be open to receive it. Do you really believe about what you're doing right now? Okay, now I'm talking about the people who are in a journey on their success. Do you really believe? 100% do you believe that you can achieve that success? Do you? Make this question to yourself. Because this was also my mistake. I don't really want to call mistake, but let's say mistake. This was my mistake of the last decade, for more than a decade. Okay, I used to make question myself, do I really believe? And then was like, okay, I believe maybe 60%, 65% about what I'm doing. Trading, do I really believe? And account manager of a trading company, do you really believe? Web agency, do you really believe? So, and mostly was like above 60%. So you really have to, no, above, sorry, it was lower than 60%. And do you believe it, yes or not? You have to believe it, guys. So 100%, 200%, you have to believe it, okay? So you have to be open about it. Number 4, faith cannot coexist with fear. And totally true, of course, you have to master your fear to have faith on something, okay? Let's say that you have a fear to be in front of the camera. I'm going to make a general example because I know a lot of people are afraid about it, right? And you have to, but at the same time you want to become a YouTuber, you have to master that fear, okay? An advice that I can give, that was my path, even if I wasn't afraid of the camera. I'm not afraid of the camera, but this path helped me to improve better my my grammar skills. I'm still studying, yeah, but but still. So what I did for more than a year was do podcast. Okay, with the podcast, it's only audio. Generally, you are just more confident. There is no algorithm in the podcast, so it means that you don't grow that easy like social media or YouTube, and this can be a disadvantage for a group of people, but if you think about it, can be also a big advantage, because if you are good, if you are really, 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 really good, then you, of course, you can grow. You can grow on the podcast everywhere, if you master, your topic. But if you're not that good yet, that's perfect. So you don't get so much engagement. I don't think even we can talk about engagement in the podcast. Let's say you don't get the right amount of listeners. So you just see a couple of listeners per day. Especially at the start, you just see like 1, 2, no, even daily. So my experience also, that's a little bit better. But still, you can grow. You can grow on your own. You can master the skills, the right skills that one day are gonna make you achieve everything in your life, especially your goal. Okay, but then if you still wish to become a YouTuber, then after 1 year or 2 years of podcast, once you are ready, then you can jump on the camera. And I tell you, you're gonna be surprised how much confident you're gonna be. Okay, very important. So you can master your fear, to have faith about everything that you want to do in your life to achieve a certain goal, to achieve a certain success. All right. Number 5, the subconscious can influence our behavior. And see, here I was talking before actually on the, when I talk about the statement on number 2, finally make sure you read this statement about twice a day. And in this case, your subconscious can grow in a positive way. And with a positive subconscious, we have a positive dominant thought. And the positive dominant thought is something that I say before. I also say in another episode. And the positive dominant thought leads you for the positive action. Okay, a positive action leads you to a positive, good plan and a better vision first. Number 6, knowledge is power. So beautiful phrase. Knowledge is power. So be aware here. For knowledge, we don't talk about education. So the education is the process to learn. Process to learn something to make you achieve a targeted thing, okay? Let's say that you want to become a doctor. Still, I'm going to make the same example. Of course, you need the right process to learn to become a doctor. In the case we're talking about the university, okay? But let's say you would like to become a motivational speaker, okay? And with the motivational speakers, you need a full knowledge. So maybe you need to go to some seminars, you maybe listen some motivational quotes on YouTube, and do online courses, or meet the one of the best motivational speakers in your opinion, in your country. It's a different path. Okay, so you have to understand that education, knowledge are two different things. Number 7, the importance of imagination. This is so beautiful topic. So there are two type of imaginations. There is the creative imagination and the synthetic imagination. So the creative imagination is when you start something from scratch. You have a great idea, beautiful idea, and you go forward, and then you try everything to achieve that idea, to make it real. Okay, and it of course it's difficult to realize something from scratch because an original idea it's not tested because you are inventing something. So it means that you have to make a lot of experiments, you have to make a lot of corrections if you would like to make it work. You have to go forward, and literally you have to eat bread and failure every day to learn how to achieve the goal to make the idea real. It's very hard, but then once you achieve it, then you are a genius, basically. Okay, because you invented something. Sometimes a creative imagination can be also by luckiness. If I really want to make a recent example, it's not the recent anymore, but talking about social media, right? Kabilame or Kabilame, he had a creative imagination, a creative idea where all the story about that he used to take this topic where he was showing how was easier to do things on his way, on a human being way, than how they show up to from social media. And of course, I'm not saying that for him it was easy. Yeah, I'm sure that he tried different times before to get that point. But the point is that there is also likeness in that case, and also with not most of the things, but most of the genius and or scientists, sometimes when they used to get something, it was because also likeness. So creative imagination, it's something interesting, something very very nice in terms of concept, but of course you have to work for it. Otherwise, yes, you can be lucky, but we're talking about don't know, very few chances that you can get it. The synthetic imagination, in this case, we talk about an old idea. So someone take an old idea and make this idea as a new concept. One of the most famous examples is it was the CEO from Coca-Cola. He took an old recipes from a pharmacist and then he made a drink. Okay. Also in this case, I'm gonna generalize with our recent, recent age with social media. When someone makes a reel and that a reel is too much original, too much out of the algorithm mindset, just pass me this term, then that idea, it doesn't go easily, all right? Unless maybe you do 3-4 reels per day, or even one reel per day for years, and then something goes viral. And then we're talking about a kind of likeness, so it's part of the process still. But the point is that most of the people on social media, they do nothing wrong on it, but they do copycat. Okay, that's literally synthetic imagination. So what do? They take a previous topic, a topic that has been already invented from someone else, because of likeness, or because actually he worked to make it viral, or simply sometimes comes from a VIP. It doesn't matter from who, but then there is this copycat environment, copycat system, where the current person, just take the previous idea and he makes on his own, on his way, with a new concept. Okay, sometimes the view they go actually higher than the previous one, other times slower, but that's the concept of synthetic imagination. As I say, nothing wrong on it. That's it looks like something that we invented now with social media, has been always here, and it's part to learn also, because of course, if you really like to be original, yes, maybe you can start with a synthetic imagination, right? There is nothing wrong on it. But then it's also beautiful to, that's my opinion, of course, to invent something, create something in a way, to make it original. I'm gonna make it my personal example. Still, I start with the podcast that I used to interview people about success. The topic was very nice. It's about successful stories, but still was a host guest concept. Okay, it's something very known in the podcast environment. And then I decided to read summary books. Also, that one was a kind of a lazy move. Yes and no. It was just to learn, to understand also the next step. Okay, and now I'm here with you, and I feel it's more and more original what I do. Okay, so nothing wrong about synthetic imagination, nothing wrong to do copycats on Instagram or social media, but it's also beautiful to create something original. And all right, so number 8, understand your weakness to master your strength. Understand your weakness to master your strength. And this is a very nice concept. Because when you master your weakness, then it's like the fear, right? So when you master your fear, then you get the right bunch of faith to go forward. It's the same here. If you master your weakness, then you can develop better your strength. Same concept, and it's very, 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 very nice. There is an example here also by myself. I think I'm gonna go forward. I'm gonna try to be quick. So it's just because I really would like you understand better this concept here. Let's say that my fiance and I go to the church, right? And let's say that the priest, after after the usual the usual talk for 1 hour, then before the end of the mass, he says, hey, people, if you like to go to this address, you can have some cake and coffee. Okay, that's something that happened in Easter, so it's pretty common when you talk about Catholic Church. Then we haven't been there after church; we just went home. But in a situation like that, where there are let's say a bunch of people around me, a group of people that try to connect with me, and the chaotic fact that I'm in a room with strangers, personally talking, it's not comfortable from my point of view, from my side. I don't show honestly so much, not at all maybe, But I'm very not very uncomfortable, but let's say I'm not that charismatic. I cannot go straight away on the flow with the people. So I have to analyze the room, I have to analyze the people, I have to have the perception to trust the people around me. And this is gonna take some time. It can take minutes, it can take hours. It depends the people, can take also years. So it truly depends. It depends of my bonding time. But once I bond, so that's my, let's say that's my weakness. But once I bond, then I know that I can be very interesting. I know I can be very interesting. I know that I can teach to someone everything that I learn about my my journey, and at the same time, I am very curious and silent about the other person in front of me, because at the same time I like to be the student. I like to learn, to hear from this new stranger or this new friend. I like to get knowledge. There is this shareable energy. It's very beautiful. Okay, but before to go there, there is my weakness. So I have to be quiet. I have to be. Sometimes it's a little bit awkward, but I cannot bond straight away. It doesn't happen always. Let's say that when I'm a one-to-one, it's different. When I'm one-to-one, it's actually okay, because I can analyze better my environment, the person in front of me, straight away. When we talk about two people, it depends. But then when there are 3, 4, 5, 6 people at the start, I have to breathe in and breathe out a little bit, understand in which way I have to approach them, if I like them, etc., etc. So this is just an example. Of course, I have a different weakness. I have a cons and pros, and you have as well. It doesn't matter. That's okay. That's life. We are a human being, but you have to learn how to master your weakness, because all in this way you get the best from your strength. Okay. All right, so stick to your plans. And stick to your plans, we have 3 beautiful concepts. We have a belief, persistence, and correction. First of all, you have to have a clear vision. So we talk about that. Very important. Once you have this clear vision, then it means you're going to have a clear plan. Very important as well. Once you have a clear plan, you have to stick to your plan. How can you stick to your plan? You can stick to your plan via these 3 words: belief, persistence, and correction. Belief. So just continue to believe about your vision. Okay. Persistence. So you have to know that during the way you're gonna fail consistently, and then you have to get up. You have to fall and get up. So that's the way. There is nothing else. Okay. As much as you have a good vision, as much as your vision is good, as much as your vision is clear, as much your plan is good, then it doesn't matter how many months or years you're going to invest on something. Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's the beautiful things. Is the journey to success, the journey to achieve your dream, the journey to achieve your success. Okay. And then correction, because if you fail, then it means that you have to correct something. You have to learn something from it. Based on this, we have 4 conditions as well. That's something from Napoleon Hill. Produce a concrete goal that you are passionate about. Second point, create a detailed plan to achieve smaller goals. Do not let negative opinion impact your thoughts or behaviors. And then we have develop strong relationships with those who can support you. Very beautiful. And we have also 8 stage of persistence to make this plan better. I'm gonna read, guys, for you. I didn't think was something that I had to study because it's truly a step by step process. So define your purpose. This is the first point. You need to know what you're doing. Be obsessive. If I can say some word about obsessive, it's okay. Be obsessive about your idea, your concept, your topic, your goal, your success. Very enough, but you have to balance this obsession with healthiness. So you have to balance the obsession way to get your success with the fact that you are gonna get one day, if you have a good vision, a good plan, means that you have not to stress. Okay, that was my personal experience. I stress a lot in my life to achieve something. Now I'm more in a surrendering mood. I'm more like, okay, I know my vision, I know my plan, I'm gonna get it. I will get it. Okay, bam, bam. I know my vision, I know my plan. I get the one. It's okay. I enjoy the process. It's fine. So I still do everything in a consistent way. I'm a human being. Sometimes, of course, there is a lack of consistency. That's okay. Now I have also energy to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. There was a moment in my life where I used to wake up at 5. But after 6 months was very stressful. I had a headache kind of for 1 year. It was very bad. And but the truth is that I wasn't sleeping so much. So it's okay to wake up early, but like don't believe about what what gurus say to you. It's okay to wake up early if you can, if you're comfortable for it. But you have to take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, then you don't perform. If you don't perform, then you don't achieve anything in your life. Okay, and I'm not talking about success. I'm talking about generally about life. Okay, to perform, you have to eat better. You have to drink. You are a sim from The Sims. I'm sure that 90% of the people here play to the game. So you, of course, you can. You are a monster. You are a beautiful human being. You can do everything. You can achieve everything. But at the same time, don't believe about from all the bunch of gurus that says to you, yeah, put a day to go forward, blah, blah, blah. I was one of them, honestly. So yes, you can achieve anything that you can, but still you have to eat, you have to drink, you have to sleep, you have to enjoy the life. You need to have a balance plan. Okay, so yes, now I wake up in the morning. Honestly, if I see that I study my script, I read enough, and I'm good for the next month, then I can easily decide to stop and rest. So try to rest for the month forward. So try to to balance your life. It's a point where it's very important for me. Be obsessive. Yes, okay, very enough. But there is a certain balance, a limit that we have to respect. Surround yourself. Well, surround yourself. Well, surround yourself with people, evidently, but I didn't write it. So, people who believe in you, of course, and believe that you can achieve your goal. Then we have define your plans. So your plan, has to be clear, clear vision, clear plan, accurate knowledge, And this is something we're going to talk now in a while, but it's important to have a good skills, good knowledge. How can you get a good skills, a good knowledge? All if you have a good vision and a good plan. Okay, it's always about that. Be persistent, so every time you fall you get up, and the full vision about your main goal and small goals. Okay, I always like to make this example. Imagine yourself. I think I truly make this example every time, and kind of 50% of my episode have this example. So imagine yourself like castaway, right? So you are in this island, and you have to achieve another island. Okay, that's your main goal, but there is an ocean in the middle. So what you have to do, of course, you have a good vision to go to the main island. So good vision means a good plan. So you build your boat and then you go forward. But what you have to imagine every time when we talk about small goals, just imagine as a bunch of small islands during your way. Imagine to stop sometimes in these small islands. So you achieved something, you can breathe in, breathe out, you can eat a little bit, and then you go forward. Then again, you can breathe in, breathe out, once you achieve the second small island, you eat a little bit, and then you go forward. That's very important because you can look back and you can see how many islands you achieve already. So, okay, the main island is still there, but it doesn't matter, It's important to congratulate yourself. It's important to say, hey, I'm doing it. From now on, I have just reached the end. Okay, very important. And master your daily behavior, of course. So your daily behavior has to be a positive behavior. That's something that we talk already about it. Then we have another point. It's point 10. Yes. It's point 10 is reinforce your positive emotion. A positive emotion is a positive thought that leads to positive action that leads to positive emotion, and positive emotion that leads to unlimited fuel. Unlimited fuel. It's so good to have an unlimited fuel. Yes, you can start now. You can open, you want to become a YouTuber or something else. You can open your YouTube account and start to make some video. But we talk already about it. What is the unlimited fuel? Because we're not talking about only one video. We talk about 4 videos per month, or 6 or 8 or maybe 2. It doesn't matter. But that video per month, then they're going to be around 50 euro per year. And then in the second year, we're talking about 100 videos. And then in 3 years, there are still 150 videos. You have to have a limited fuel. Because listen, and then in 10 years, then yes, you're going to get 500 videos. But what is the most things that drives you to reach that goal? To achieve 500 videos in 10 years. I'm making this example about YouTuber because it's the closer one, right? Talking about what we're living right now with social media and everything. But of course, it refers to anything else. Okay. Number 11, collaborative brainstorms. Oh, I love this topic. Collaborative brainstorm. So how can you, first of all, how can you get infinite intelligence? How can you get infinite intelligence? You know about the myth that we use only 10% of the brain, right? it's just a myth, first of all. What we can use is just a part of our brain every time. So every time we think about something, or we want to achieve something, we want to make a plan, we are still using 100% of the brain. That's what the science says. But at the same time, we cannot use all the parts of our brain all together at the same time. So, there is the logic part, the creative part, etc., etc. We cannot. But when you do a collaborative brainstorm, it's so beautiful because you get the infinite intelligence. Because if there are more people around you, right, that they help you to achieve your dream. Can you imagine at the same time there is a person that uses the creative part, and then another person uses the logic part, and then there is you that you get knowledge, and you share your knowledge as well to help them to help you. It's so beautiful. Collaborative brainstorm, it's so powerful, and we don't talk so much, unfortunately. Then we have accumulated experience. So it's something that you can get also from the collaborative brainstorms. I mean, it's so powerful. How can you learn something to achieve your goal or your success? Usually it's just failing, right? So more you fail, more you learn. Okay, that's the riddle. But what happens when you have around you people who fell a lot before you, and they already know how to overcome a certain obstacle? So you get already the overcome, you get already the final answer. Okay, so very beautiful. This is the second point. Third point is experiment and research. Experiment and research is I think it's the basis. It is the basic, right? I mean, when you have an idea from a creative imagination or a synthetic imagination, because also in the synthetic imagination it requests some imagination as well. Even if let's talk about TikTok. Even if you are copying something, but you still have to work to make it new, to make it better, right? So, I mean, maybe you're lucky, you're gonna be viral straight away after the idea. But what about if it doesn't work? Of course, you have to make correction. You have to make A/B test. Like, okay, maybe the camera was too much far. Maybe I'm gonna make it more close. Okay, experiment and research. But what happened when the people around you already tested this? It means you have not to test. They're gonna give you the answer. Like, hey, you know what? I taste so many times the camera that from my calculation, you can put it 1 meters from you or something like that. I'm just guessing. But that's the point, you with the collaborative brainstorm, you get so much right outcome, because someone else already did for you. Number 12. Sex transmutation. This is very beautiful concept. Sex transmutation. And sex transmutation is a part written by Napoleon Hill in the book. But of course, it's not from him. Is a concept that is alive since 5,000 years now. And because I want to learn a little bit more better, I searched this website, thesoulgem.com. So we give some credit. Thank you, guys. And what they say is energy cannot be destroyed. In the case of men, when semen is retained, it's absorbed back into the body to nourish the higher energy center, nervous system, and the brain. So, what is trying to say to you here is that, okay, here he's talking about a man, but of course it's also about the woman, right? But I'm sure that you are gonna relate with me about this concept, but the self-stimulation, it's it's something that very beautiful for our body, of course, but then that energy goes out, okay? And the sex transmutation, it's the opposite, is to retain the the self stimulation in a way to save that energy and use that energy for something else. It's a bunch of energy. We're talking about a sex topic, guys. So you know how much powerful can be in an energetic way, in a spiritual way. You know how much powerful can be. So it's truly it's the way the powerful way to use the energy, that energy to use for something else. Okay. And it's something that I would like to read a little bit more about it because it's very interesting. Of course, with everything in life, you have to balance everything because self stimulation, sex, probably retain the self stimulation. I mean, all of them are so beautiful topics, right? That's not the topic right now with Think and Grow Rich to talk more about it, but generally it's so beautiful, everything, but you have to balance everything at the same time, okay? So balancing these concepts is important to have a healthy life. And number 13, surround yourself with smart people. Oh, it's something that we said also before, but here Napoleon Hill, it's more specific. So, of course, if you are with, let's say, stupid people, yeah, let's say stupid people. I don't want to offend no one, guys, but there are stupid people in the world, unfortunately. So if you surround with stupid people, right, then what do you expect exactly from yourself? Of course, you're gonna become stupid like them, but it's the same for smart people. So if you are around smart people, they are gonna teach you to be smarter, because be smart is not something that comes from the gene. It comes that it's it can be, maybe, I don't know, maybe someone can correct me, but from my experience, you can learn to be smart. You can learn to be smart, and if you have someone around you that is smarter than you, get advantage, get knowledge from it. That's very important. Napoleon Hill here talks about smart people and stupid people, okay? Especially take advantage from smart people to become rich and all the story about how to get success via richness from Napoleon Hill. I would like to go a little bit deeper, right? Because I don't want to reduce this topic only about stupid people as smart people. So there is this nice concept about satsanga and the asatsanga in the Hinduism. So the satsanga is the good people. Asatsanga are the bad people. And it's as I said, it's more a deep concept. It's not so much far from what Napoleon Hill said. But if you go with satsanga, in a satsanga environment, right, with the right people, then you get the positive energy. You get the right enthusiasm to go forward with your success, because they drives you to go forward because they are happy with you. And maybe in that group there is the smartest guy that's gonna teach you something. Maybe another person is gonna teach you how to live the life. That's so beautiful. That's the concept of satsanga. The asatsanga is literally the opposite. So you go with bad people, they're not good for the environment, then you become like them, and this leads just to disaster. And this was the 13th highlight. And I enjoyed a lot. And you don't know, but this is my second recording because I bought a new phone and didn't record very well with my mic, so I had a technical problem, but I was fine. I say, you know what, maybe there is a reason. And in fact, there is a reason, because this recording is better, so I'm very happy for it. I have the last quote here from Napoleon Hill. He said, he died, a positive mind finds a way it can be done. A negative mind looks for all the ways it can be done. I leave you with this quote. I'm going to repeat again for you. I'm not going to explain this quote. There's nothing to explain here. We said a lot already, but I'm going to say already, I'm going to be slow. A positive mind finds a way it can be done. A negative mind looks for all the ways it can be done. Guys, thank you so much for being here on Journey to Success, and see you next time. Cheers.